Hey everyone, it's Mari, and I'm here today with another layout for Guess Who I Lifted. And I'm just going to start here with a piece of Blue Fern Studio paper. And this is from the Deja Vu collection, and I think this piece is called La Plume. And I'm just taking a stencil. I think this is a small 6x6 Crafters Workshop stencil, and I'm going to just put some Ranger texture paste on there with my palette knife, and I have an idea of where I want to put my photograph, and so I just want to do a little bit of texture paste around that area. So the great thing about paper like this is that it does a ton of the work for you ahead of time, and then the style of this sort of scrapbooking that goes along with this obviously then leads right into that. And so I really love this paper. I love the Blue Fern Studios supplies. And the scrapbooker or the artist that I am lifting today is just an absolute master at the techniques for these types of layouts, and I absolutely love her work. She is from Poland, but she lives in Ireland, so she has a really cool Polish-Irish accent. I found her on YouTube about a year and a half ago or so, I guess, and just really, really fell in love with her style. She's on several design teams, including Finnebear, Lindy's Stamp Gang, The Dusty Attic, and My Creative Scrapbook. She has done a ton of different educational type classes and that sort of thing. I believe she does her art full time, but I know she's a mom too, so obviously that's worked in there. This layout that I'm working on here it's not a direct scrap lift of one of her layouts, but it's definitely I'm thinking about her style and the types of things that you might see her doing, although I don't do her style justice here at all. She's just amazing. Some of her projects that are my most favorite are her altered projects, and she does, altered covers for journals and stuff like that. Like, it's just amazing. She does cards, tags, of course, layouts. She does mixed media canvases, art journaling, and then, like I said, the altered objects. So I just really, really love her style, and I had a lot of fun creating this layout. So I'm using a bunch of supplies too from the Prima Garden Fable collection, and you can see that I just created kind of a messy mat for my photograph there, and just put a few layers of that patterned paper from that Prima Fable Garden collection. And I printed my photograph in 3x3, and I actually printed it in sepia because I wanted it to kind of look aged a little bit, I suppose, in that way, so that because this does have a really distressed look to it. These little chipboard pieces that I'm using here are from Bo Bunny, and I really like how they just sort of look as an extra layer on the layout, and so I stuck those down. And then I'm using these little flowers from Recollections as well. This is a type of layout that you might want to put into a shadow box or something like that, just because it's so dimensional. I'm also using some of the Prima Art Alchemy Opal Magic paints here on the texture paste, and I'm just dry brushing that on there. So I'm just taking this brush, I'm putting some of the paint on it, I'm dabbing the paint off, and then just dry brushing the paint onto the texture paste just to leave a little bit of a color on there. And you can see some of the other little bits and pieces that I've put around the photograph. There's some chipboard there, some die cuts, and those are also from the Garden Fable collection from Prima. And I go in at the end here and I add a little bit of Inca Gold in copper, just using a wet wipe. And I use that on top of that texture paste there. So I've just created a few little clusters here around the photograph. This is really super simple. I included a doily in my photo mat layers there as well. And like I said, with this kind of layout, that paper does a lot of the work for you because it creates a lot of the detail and interest in the layout. I am going to just distress the edges of that paper, and then I am going to mount that onto a piece of gray cardstock, and that will just kind of make the layout pop and finish it off a little bit. And then I'm going to take some splatters and add some splatters to the layout as well. I'll do that off camera, so just check that out in the still shots at the end. This is a lot less detailed than the work that this scrapbooker would do on her projects. She's really super amazing. And when I reveal all of the different artists and scrapbookers at the end of this Guess Who I Lifted series, I'll leave links and you can go and check her projects out, her blog and so on, and see all the different things that she's done. She is super amazing. And I can't wait, if you haven't discovered her yet, for you to see her projects. And if you are into doing layouts like this, I know that you'll already know who she is. And so I suspect that you will have no trouble guessing. Okay, so don't forget to leave your comment below who your guess is for this layout today. And I think this might be the last layout for August. I'm not sure. I go back to work this week, so we'll see if I have an opportunity to get another one up. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time on my channel. Take care. Bye-bye.